Hey, welcome to Late Night Football Talk. I'm your host, Nick Manzaro.
Co-host Drew Loach.
Tonight we're going to be talking about the Dolphins at Bengals, and then we're going to go into our Week 4 picks. Enjoy. How's it going, Drew?
Great. How's it going for you?
Oh, it's going pretty good.
Another week of football.
Oh, the best.
We have until next year.
Okay, so let's get right into it. We're going to be talking Dolphins-Bengals. What do you think?
So let me just start off with some stats for you here. Miami was upset by Cincy, 15-27. Tua gets knocked out of the game. Teddy Bridgewater comes in, throws for 193 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Joe Burrow, 287 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
I think the game was a lot closer than the score, like what it seems.
I mean, do you think it would have been a lot closer if Tua stayed? Is Tua that much of a difference maker? Because just to start, he threw for 110 yards and 1 interception before he got taken out.
I don't know. I thought Tua played okay.
Yeah, he looked good.
And I thought Bridgewater wasn't that much of a drop-off.
He looked like 2016 Teddy Bridgewater, if you ask me. He was moving great in the pocket, throwing the ball. It was kind of like, Patrick Mahomes, F it, Tyreek somewhere down there. It was kind of like, F it, the cheetah's down there again, with Geno.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So I think Burrow kind of got into the groove with this game, or he's starting to. I know they beat up on the Jets, right?
Yeah.
But
It's the
you
Jets.
could tell, though. Boyd, Higgins, they're starting to make a lot of plays.
They're not using Jamar Chase as much as I
No,
thought.
I agree.
I think, and wasn't he a first-round pick for them?
What, Jamar Chase?
Yeah.
You mean-
Yeah. For Cincy?
Yeah,
It was
last
like-
year.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
And they're not using
guy's
this guy,
awesome.
and he's supposed to be great.
Yeah, no, I think it's because last year they used him so much that now they have to back off because, it's Jamar Chase, so he can go against any defender. It doesn't matter if it's Ramsey. Give me anybody. Diggs,
Higgins
J.C.
is
Jackson.
looking great, though.
What's that?
Higgins is looking great.
Oh, Higgins. I think it's going to help them later by them going to those other receivers,
Yeah.
And then low-key, Hayden Hurst. This was I don't know if it's like a breakout game for him or what.
Yeah.
But he looked awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he came from Baltimore. I think the big thing with him is they have Mark Andrews, and they were really trying to he wanted to be the receiving threat, and Mark Andrews, that's his role.
Correct.
And so he basically just has to go somewhere else because they're going to pay him to be more of the blocking role,
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. You know what I've noticed a lot about this year is that I feel like it's becoming a wide receiver league and not a running back league anymore. There used to be a lot of safe running and stuff like that. Now you're seeing these deep bombs, these one-handed catches.
Yeah.
And, last night you have Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Boyd on the field with Tyreek and, Waddle and Edmonds, Mixon, and they're not running the ball. They're passing it more.
Yeah, you know what I think? So my thoughts on that is with the pass interference, too.
Mm-hmm.
These guys make crazy catches now, right?
Yeah.
So if they don't catch it, most likely there'll be a pass interference.
Yeah.
They'll get the yardage, spot.
Mm-hmm.
It helps out, right?
Yeah.
And the league's what's really prevalent right now is the pass rushers.
Yeah.
So it's almost hard to run against them. The defensive lines have been stacked up so much that's the only way. Because forget about defensive backs. You really can't play defensive back anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The only way to really beat them is defensive lines.
Yeah.
Why? So what's the worst thing when all you do is run the ball, or when you're running the ball? Unless you have some really good line and I'll just give an example like Leonard Fournette, or unless you have some scheme that's specifically you're a run first team, it's going to be hard to do that,
Yeah.
And you're going against a really good line. It's almost impossible.
Yeah, because I'm looking here. Joe Mixon had 24 carries, 61 yards, and he had a touchdown. But, it's almost a given as a running back if you're on the 1 or 5 that they're most likely going to punch it in there, these days. But then you look at Miami, same thing. Chase Edmonds back up. Raheem, he had 15 carries and 69 yards. Then Teddy Bridgewater had a couple more yards on 1 carry than Chase Edmonds. So, that was just one thing I wanted to bring up. It just feels like a lot of teams are passing more, and I felt like in this game there was a lot of passes. I didn't really see much carries.
Well, Joe Mixon went for it on 4th down, I believe.
Yeah, he got a touchdown though, right?
Well, he got stuffed on this one. The one
okay.
I was referring to. But he wasn't even really close.
No.
And I think they actually waited too long because, he wasn't in shotgun, but he wasn't right behind the center.
Yep.
And by the time he hands it off to Mixon, they're not hesitating; they're just rushing.
Correct.
And he went on the right.
Yep.
And kind of like swinged out, and it just is bad timing for him.
Yeah. So I guess we'll jump into the big thing. Tua's injury. What do you think?
Oof.
Should he have been in that game, Nick?
So I don't blame that because I want my quarterbacks to play also.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, so what are you going to protect him from himself? Okay, that's the argument, right? I heard a great example today.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about Julian Edelman in 2014 when he played when we were Patriots versus Seahawks.
Yep.
He was concussed. He got hit by who was their really good safety that year?
Cam Chancellor?
Yeah, Chancellor. He got nailed by Chancellor.
Yep.
This guy was seeing stars. If you watch the Sound FX, what is it called? Mic'd Up.
Yep.
He's telling everyone, "I love you, man. I love you, man." And I think he may have even said that he was in St. Louis. He's just out of it, right? So I don't have an issue with him doing that. I almost think he's tough as nails,
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're playing. It's more gambling,
Correct.
Okay, as long as it's up to the player,
Yep.
I don't care as much. But
He's got to pass concussion protocol.
100%. So that's the deal.
Something might have been missed or something.
If there was something missed or if there was something nefarious going on,
Correct.
then I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
If a doctor should not be saying, "Hey," because that's where lawsuits are going to come in.
Correct. And this is your franchise quarterback. You shouldn't be. If you miss something, you should double check. Make sure before you put these guys out there.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. I mean, when I saw him, frozen.
Dude, that was scary.
I couldn't even look at the screen. I was
I
hate to see it. A 3-0 team.
Yeah,
they're playing good, and he was just.
And he was okay. So last week, he was wobbling, he had
he couldn't stand up.
Exactly.
They had to walk him off the field and
he
hold
got
him
sacked
up.
after that too, and then he got
Correct.
up okay. But I was thinking, man,
but his head didn't hit back like last time. I mean, like this just last time.
I think it was he
against
still
Cincy.
hit, but this was a violent throw.
Yeah.
Another good point I heard today too, because all I like to do is during football season, I'm just listening to all these
Of course.
the national shows, the local shows. We're New England based, so but everyone was talking about Tua today.
Mm.
Tua's not very big.
No.
So
He's
he's a lot
tiny.
easier to throw. I could see this same injury happening to Murray.
Could happen
Because-
to Wilson too.
Wilson. Exactly. Yep. Now, Tua's also been plagued by injuries his whole career,
Correct.
which doesn't. That's not good, especially. I mean, he's 3-0. Now, I know it's a head injury, but at the same time, I still remember when Tom Brady tore his ACL.
And still played.
Well, no, he didn't still play, but he was in the locker room. So Randy Moss tells a story that he was in the locker room trying to let me throw you some passes. I think I'm gonna play this week, and he goes, "You're done. You're done. You can't play." Phillip Rivers played the ACL, but Brady had it in '08. He had it reconstructed. He got hurt by Bernard Pollard in Kansas City.
I thought he played when he tore his MCL or something like that.
Oh yeah, that was
That's why I was
last
confused.
year. Yeah, no, this is when he tore his ACL. He kind of limped off the field in the first game of the season. So he was injured and he wanted to play. At the same time, it's kind of just let him play. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like that the doctors need to be held accountable if they miss something. 100%.
Yeah.
There had to be of something for him to go down the way he did and come back in wobbly and all that. Get hit again, he gets up fine. Then this game he gets thrown and his neck snaps back, hits the turf. I just have to believe that something might have been missed. They were rushing. Yeah. It's obviously game time. They want to get their franchise quarterback because that's the way they're going, right? That's their franchise
where's
quarterback.
The independent analyst from last week? Did he get taken out of the game last week?
I'm not sure.
And checked. You know how they have a neurologist that's just literally his whole job is to do that in every game?
I'm not sure on that. I don't know.
Or he can stop and take anyone out of the game he wants to.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I think I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And I think that was a scary hit. Prayers up to him, but like hopefully he comes back. I don't think he'll play this week coming. Well, he's
No
got a
way.
long week, right?
My guess, 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, before he plays again.
What doctor is going to put this guy on the field?
Yeah, 100%.
So, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Good.
It's all good. So, I mean, I guess let's just kind of move on from this if that's okay with you. Let's just talk real quick. Miami 3-1. You think they're going to continue to win? You think they're going to continue to
I know
lose?
what I was going to say. I know what I was going to
Oh, all right.
say. Sorry. It's Thursday. It's a Thursday game. That's what I think played into this. He got injured on Sunday.
Oh, and played, a couple
He's
days
literally,
later.
I mean, guys are still sore by Thursday.
Yeah.
They're not fully recovered.
Yeah.
So this is what ends up happening when you play such
Short
short
weeks.
weeks. So many guys get injured on Thursday.
Yeah.
The games aren't as nice. You know, the game plans are very simple.
Feel bad.
Everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of injuries this year. A
Sorry.
lot.
I
No, you're good. I get it. I get it when you have that train of thought and
yeah, I
then you
get
miss
so,
it. Yeah.
we got a lot to talk about tonight.
Yeah, so let's just kind of wrap this up. Miami 3-1. You think they're going to continue to lose? You think they're going to bounce back next week? And then Cincy 2-2. What does this mean for them taking
who
down
they-
an undefeated team?
Who are they playing?
Miami
Miami.
next week.
Yeah.
I have to pull up their
Well,
schedule.
I mean, I can probably pull up
I
week 5
think I
right
got it
now.
right here. Miami.
I feel pretty good about them, to be
I
honest with you.
believe if this is correct, it says this is correct. Jets, Vikings, Steelers are their next games.
Awesome. Those are actually good games for them.
Yeah, so maybe
The Vikings might be the hardest one.
yeah.
But don't bring
they're
Tua
good.
back at all.
No, give them. The Vikings is probably going to be the hardest, like you said. Fitzpatrick
Yeah.
for the Steelers, he's now injured, from what I heard. He's not even playing this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they lost him and all that jazz. So yeah,
What's the
and
deal with T.J. Watt? He's on injured
He-
reserve, so he can't even come back until
6 to 8 weeks, I think.
6 to 8. Okay.
Well, no,
Week
injury
9?
reserve is 3 games, but
Well, it depends on. Oh yeah, because there's 2 different types of injured reserve, right? There's the week 9, and then there's
Correct.
4 games.
yeah,
Okay.
4
did he
games.
get-
That's it. Yeah,
He got put on the 4 games.
I think no, he's out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay, so he's on the 9. He's not
Yeah.
coming back to week 9. Okay. So yeah, I think the Vikings will be the hardest one for them
Correct.
because if Justin Jefferson is on his game,
Yep.
they'll have a hard time keeping up. They need to score down the
Well,
field.
not to mention they have.
Just go
So
run heavy. You
they
know,
they
they
all,
can go run heavy.
well they also.
Mostert looks still. He had a couple breakaway runs. He almost went for. There was one play where Mostert he went right through the linebackers, but I was like, oh dude, he ended up basically splitting the 2 safeties when he could have just took it outside.
Yeah.
And probably got like another 20 yards, maybe
Yeah.
a touchdown.
So, what are you thinking? You think Miami's gonna
I
win
think
again?
They'll be fine.
Yeah. And what about Cincy? What does this mean for Cincy going 2-2 now, beating an undefeated Miami Dolphins high-powered offense like that?
Beat the Bills. I mean, them and the Eagles are the only undefeated teams. I was high on. All right, so I have to say this. I was high on the Bengals preseason.
Yeah.
Okay, and I still think they're good. I just think they're working through some of their.
Correct.
So their line last night
Yeah.
looked really good.
Yeah.
In comparison, even Joe Mixon even was able to get a little bit of a push. I know he wasn't completely focal, but they looked a lot better, and they were actually going upfield a little more too. You know, doing stunts.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a lot better, and the protection they gave them a little bit more time. Either that or Miami wasn't getting the pressure that they usually do. But
Yeah. I think it was a weird game for both of them on Thursday. I think Miami's going to be, like you said, I think they'll be all right.
yeah,
Teddy Bridgewater, I think we both can agree, wasn't too much of a drop off from Tua.
I don't think so. He looks
And
fast.
He's very fast.
I think he's more mobile than Tua.
Well, he carried Denver for the last year or two
Yeah, true.
as a
true.
quarterback. So
Yep.
he's been there. He's been in this position to start. So let's see what he can do
But
with
he's
Miami.
had an injury history.
Correct.
So that's what I would be worried about if I'm a Dolphins
Yeah.
fan right now.
I think they'll be all right, though. And Cincy, listen, if Miami can beat the Bills and then Miami loses the Bengals, I think the Bengals are going to figure it out real quick.
No, I think they're good. I think they're
Yeah.
fine. I think they'll start to pick up all the wins now.
Yeah. Yeah,
100%.
100%. So you want to jump into
Picks?
the matchups?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, you want me to kick it off and read them off to you?
Yeah, and then we'll do a bunch of the matchups, and then I definitely want to spend a little bit of time on my Bucks. You can spend some time on the Patriots.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sound
All
good?
right, so
And then, hey, if anything pops out, just
So-
we'll break it down.
this 9:30 game. That's in London, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got Vikings and Saints at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. What are you thinking on them?
That's well, yeah, tomorrow morning, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Jameis Winston's not playing.
it's Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's playing.
And Mike Thomas is out.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about because he has a knee injury, I believe, or is it
Toe.
foot? I think it's foot. Yeah, it's
Toe.
foot. Yeah, they
I think I
listed it
saw.
as foot, I think.
Wow.
I think they can still win. The Saints have a great defense. This is going to be a good. I really, really, really want to see Lattimore against Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, and I also, I think this game coming up is going to be huge for Thielen. I think Thielen's going to be
definitely
more
could be.
open because you cannot take Lattimore off of Justin Jefferson. Lattimore shuts down. He's very underrated, I feel like.
Oh, he does.
He's-
I think
he-
he's one of the top 3.
I think he's
corners.
better than Ramsey.
There's times definitely.
Yeah.
You know what? They're just missing. They were great when they had a Breeze as quarterback.
Correct.
Now they've fell off the last couple of years. Of course, they're still kicking the Bucks' ass most of the time, but
Yeah. But, well, I mean, him and Evans always get into it every
but Evans
single
is
year.
a very talented receiver. You know,
Correct.
We're talking top of the league, right?
Yeah.
And he shuts them down through most of the game, and then maybe every top guy gets their touches. They're gonna get their touchdowns. They'll get
Yep.
their big plays.
And Justin Jefferson's different. He's playing
so
different. He's
I would
quicker,
imagine
he's bigger.
Justin Jefferson to have somewhat of a quiet night, maybe a touchdown, maybe a big play, and
I still think
That's
it's
what I
going to be a
imagine.
Thielen or a KJ Osborne night.
yeah. I mean, so what I'm worried about is they rely on Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook's hurt.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I don't know what's. I mean, he might be limited.
Either
I
way,
want
though,
to check that.
that might actually help because they're
I got
not
it
going
right
to have
here.
a run game because the Saints D line is awesome.
Yeah, because
They're so physical.
yeah, I just feel that Dalvin Cook. I have it right here. I'm just very curious. No, it looks like he's healthy, ready to go. It says.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it's Dalvin Cook. He never plays a full season. That's why they have Madison, who's a great backup. But I do feel like it's gonna be a pretty good game.
Yeah, it says he's playing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Vikings on this one. I'm gonna go 17-14.
They've lost twice, I believe, the Saints in a row. Something tells me they're going to pull it around. I
With
think
Andy
they're gonna
Dalton,
win.
you trust him over Jameis Winston?
Yeah, I think take him. Either one. Who cares?
Yeah, I guess don't matter.
I mean, so Andy Dalton's on the back end of his career this time. The Red Rifle.
He was good then.
It's going to be low scoring. I don't see how this is a high scoring game. I would say, man, I'm betting 10-13.
Wow.
10-13 Saints.
All right.
13-10 Saints.
All right. I like it. So then,
And we don't have we don't have to break down every game into complete detail, but
no, I'm gonna skip through the next ones because, to be honest, not for nothing. If you like these teams, maybe leave a comment. We can dive into it a little bit more.
yeah, definitely. If anyone who's watching likes any teams, we'll talk more about those.
Yeah. So, but just for time's sake and purposes, because we have other stuff that we would like to talk
we'll
about.
just list like one or two things on each game.
Yeah. So Seahawks Lions, 1:00.
Okay, Lions are still good if you ask me. They're 1
Well,
and 2.
St.
but
Brown's not playing, and DeAndre Swift. I don't know if he's playing.
I don't think he is.
Yeah. So
I don't even care though.
so Lions Seahawks.
I think the Lions are going to take them.
Yeah.
It's going to be low scoring, but they'll win.
I'm going Seattle.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't tell you the score of this one because this one's weird.
Yeah, definitely. Weird.
But yeah, so I guess we'll just move on for that one. Jets,
Chargers Texans.
Chargers, Texans.
Chargers Texans.
I'm gonna go
Do
Chargers.
you think Herbert's going to bounce back?
Chargers, 100%. I don't know though, because Texans seems like they have a good defense. When
They're
you watch
built-
them,
They're
look
0-2,
alright.
0-2-1.
Yeah.
But they're building, I think.
Yeah.
Especially they're on the second year with their quarterback Mills.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Takes time.
it does.
You have to get the chemistry and everything.
And I also think they're kind of still building their their team through. I think it's going to take 1 or 2 more years for them to really get there. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think they get a few more drafts.
Yeah.
If they're lucky, which I mean, I'm not saying tank, but
Yeah.
if they're lucky, don't win too many games.
Yeah.
Get some. All they need is a few. What I could see turning their team around is an elite pass rusher from college,
Okay.
like some big pass rusher.
Yeah. So
All
I'm
right.
gonna say Chargers, and I'm gonna say Chargers blow Texans.
All right, I'm going
24
Chargers. I'm still going Chargers. Yeah, that's right. Giants, Bears.
Giants, Bears.
Bears at Giants.
I see. This is hard for me to say. I'm torn right now because Sterling Shepard's injured.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears lost their star running back, which I know Herbert. He didn't kind of.
And they're a run first team.
Yeah, and they did not slow down with Herbert. They actually picked up with Herbert in the backfield. I think he ran for like 156 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I think the Bears are gonna win.
I would say that too, because Sterling Shepard, going out. So I'm going to go Bears.
Last point. The Bears defense hasn't really. I still think the Bears defense is good.
Yeah.
I mentioned
100%.
before, even losing Mac, like they still look really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tennessee Colts.
Sure.
I want to talk about this one for a second.
Yeah. Go. Yeah. No problem.
So Tennessee Colts, I feel like the defense has not for Colts is going to have no answer for Derrick Henry. And then the next point I want to bring up, and then I want to hear from what you think about what I say. I need to see the offensive line for the Colts, the offensive line for the Colts really pick it up here. You need to create room for Jonathan Taylor, and you need to protect Matt Ryan.
Do you have Jonathan Taylor on your fantasy team?
Yes, but regardless, like with all that aside, you have Jonathan Taylor, who's a great running back.
And Quentin Nelson as a guard.
And you have to protect Matt Ryan. Even if he's trying to throw it to Pittman or something, he doesn't have the time.
Yeah, how old is he now?
Who,
He's
Matt
gotta be
Ryan?
old, yeah. I'm gonna look that up. Go ahead, keep going.
So you have to start protecting him. You need to create holes for Jonathan Taylor because Pittman's getting covered like crazy. And you need to set up the run. This is a team that needs to set up the run.
Pittman came back last week, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he did all right. But you're going
he's
up.
a big guy too, isn't he? Like 6'4" or something.
Something like that. He's a big dude. But I just feel like I got to see more from the offensive line for the Colts. And for that reason, I'm going to say Tennessee wins this game. Now, I could be shocked and they could get it together. I mean, new quarterback, new system. He's learning things like that. So it does take time for these things. But I need to see some holes open up for Jonathan Taylor to take a little bit of pressure off Pittman. Not taking anything away from Pittman, B-Trip, if you're watching. I know you love him. I love him too. But he needs help.
Yeah. And I don't see Vrabel losing too many games in a row. I think he's kind of a hard-nosed coach. Wants his team to be tough and everything, you know.
That's what A.J. Brown said. He said it's not fun playing for Tennessee.
It's probably because it's Belichick-like, you know.
Yeah,
I know he wasn't he was only a player under Belichick,
mm-hmm.
but he seems like a no-nonsense, just
let's
fucking
get this done.
Exactly.
Like we're here to do a job.
But they were always tough to. I mean, the last couple of years they were the number 1 seed last year.
Yeah,
they've always been very tough to handle.
Yeah. So
I think they're missing talent, is my in certain key pieces.
Yes.
Like they need a shutdown corner. I know we talked about corners are hard to find right now, but they need someone who's really good, at least to delay. And
Belichick can take anyone and turn
who's
them
their
into a
pass rushers
shutdown
at this
corner.
point?
I couldn't name one.
Exactly. I mean, they have Byard, whatever. Kevin. Kevin.
I think so. Yeah.
Kevin Byard, the safety. He's awesome.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's see here. Oh, Matt Ryan was 30. Where is it? 37. That's
not bad. He's still got an arm.
Rodgers.
He still has an arm. He's still good, but he's not going to be good if you can't protect him.
Yeah.
If he's running every single time, if he's running every single play,
Boston College.
And 100%, and he can't do anything. What do you expect the offense to do? We're gonna punt every single time, and I'm saying that because I have Jonathan Taylor in my thing. gotta open up the lanes. You gotta protect Matt Ryan.
I also should have mentioned I have Derrick Henry on my fantasy team, so
which he's gonna eat this week.
I hope so.
I'm gonna say Tennessee wins this. Low scoring. So that's all I'm gonna say on that one.
I'm going to say Tennessee wins also, and I'm going to say it's not so low scoring. I think they're going to
I'm saying like 14.
I think
like
they're
10.
both going to score some points. And I think John I bet you both running backs are feasting.
You think this week?
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm going to say 27-31 or 31
that's high
31-27 Titans.
Titans? Okay.
Yep.
All right, I like that.
I'm just waiting for the Titans to bring in Malik Willis.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want him. Just go with him and just let him learn on the fly.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Okay. What other games you got?
I guess let's talk about the Jaguars and Eagles. 1:00 game.
Oof, they've been turning it around.
Darius Slayton, man.
And what's his name? Josh Allen.
Oh my God. What are you thinking for that game? Because Jaguars are looking good.
The 1:00 game
They're piecing it together.
at
Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah, it's at Eagle. It's in Philly.
I don't think the Jaguars are gonna be able to run at all.
Yeah, I know. I feel like Eagles blow them out.
I think so too.
This Eagles team kind of looks like the Eagles team that beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, where they're just steamrolling.
I actually think because they had a great defensive line that year too.
And Jalen Hurts is top 3, 4 quarterback in the league right
he's
now.
playing so good.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised because the Bucks played him in the playoffs last year,
Yeah.
and Devonta Smith's rookie year, and AJ Brown must be really helping them out. But
They have so many weapons.
it's just he was running for his life. Now I know we have really fast linebackers, so that might have been with it, but he didn't seem accurate to me, or he was overthinking it.
Last year?
And the young coach, I didn't know what to expect with this coach.
Yeah.
But yeah, last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But no, I think Eagles are they're gonna be a top team all year.
Yeah. I could see them.
They'll lose a few games, maybe 1 or 2, but I think they're gonna be number 1 seed.
Yeah. I
think
would
they're probably I think they're the powerhouse in the NFC right now.
I would agree with that. For this game, I'm gonna say Eagles steamroll 17-0 Jags. I mean, Eagles.
17-0, huh?
Yeah, I'm taking. I got faith. I just feel like Jags are still young.
It's so hard to not score anything though.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they're so young. They're going up against an Eagles team that has some pretty good play. The defense is just rolling, man.
Yeah,
They really are.
No, they really are. Yeah. Darius Slay. Injuries will take effect at some point. I'm gonna say.
Excuse me.
Let's say 21-6.
Okay.
21-6, and I'm going with obviously the Eagles.
All right. You want me to jump into another one, or you got one?
Yeah, let's do Bills Ravens.
I was just gonna go for that one.
Let's talk about this one a little bit.
This one.
Micah
ahead,
Hyde's gone for the season.
Who?
Micah Hyde.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think the Bills are gonna win.
You think Bills?
I think the Bills are
Even
gonna
though
win.
they
I
just
know
lost by Miami?
Nah, I don't care. They're gonna. Yeah, but they had the ball for like 40 minutes in that game. They should have won that game, if you ask me. Last time we were talking, last time you were on the podcast,
Weren't we expecting them to go undefeated?
I was talking undefeated talk. It was crazy.
We're jinxing them.
Yeah, that's what it was. But, well, Josh Allen had a couple injuries too before. Hopefully, I think because of the loss, they're going to come back a little motivated. The Ravens just won. They just beat the Pats. I think their defense kind of sucks. They'll get after you, but not against a talented team like these Bills. I think, like, Bills, Eagles are, in each conference. And I'll do, I want to do power rankings later.
Yeah.
Before we sign off, we'll do power rankings.
I'm going to say this is a tough game.
Lamar Jackson's looking for that new contract.
Lamar's playing out of his mind. He really is.
They both are.
Josh Allen is too, but Lamar right now, it's contract year for him. He said he didn't want to play under the franchise tag if that were to come about. Mark Andrews is a freaking absolute beast. He picked apart the Patriots last week.
See, I actually thought Lamar was late when throwing to him. Every time I felt like he was almost just about to be done.
The thing I think Lamar needs to get out of his head is he needs to stop trying to be that person that's like, he's trying to be like a Michael Vick. I'm going to do everything myself. And I feel like he's waiting for those lanes to open up for him just to take off.
Yeah.
Which I feel like he needs to be pass first, run later.
Yeah, I can see that. I know what you mean.
You know.
Yeah, and I said this last podcast. This is kind of my thing. You have to be a passer that can run, not a runner that passes.
Correct. Yeah. So I think this is going to be a phenomenal game. I'm going to have this one on.
I honestly, yeah, I think so too. Give me a score.
It's going to be in the 30s, man. Both of them.
Yeah, I bet it's going to be a shoot. It's going to go
37-30.
It might even go overtime. I'm betting it might go to overtime.
It might. 37-30 is kind of what I'm going with, and it could go either way.
I think one of the guys, is he a rookie at Dobbs with the Ravens?
He's hurt. Dobbins, yeah.
Oh, okay, because he looked really good last week.
Yeah, he's hurt. But because I was going to try and pick him up in fantasy, and I realized somebody had him, but he was hurt. But yeah, so I could go either way, 30-37. I'm going.
Yeah,
that's my
I'll say the same thing. Yeah. It's going to be a really good game.
Yeah.
That's a highlight. That's the 1 o'clock. So I mean, we got 4 games to really watch this weekend.
Yeah.
Tune in for the review. We'll have that up. I believe it's going to be Monday. So tune in for that. We're going to have a lot of games to go over.
Let's talk Browns Falcons. Really quick on this one.
Yeah. Do you think Brissett's going to keep it up?
Brissett's playing really good, man.
He is. He doesn't look like a backup right now.
No, and I'm worried that they're not. I'm worried that they paid Watson all that money, and they're not going to give Watson a chance if Brissett can win.
No. Watson's playing.
I don't know. Watson looked like crap in preseason.
Yeah, but it's preseason.
It doesn't matter. You're playing against scrubs to me.
No, but
people that get cut, you're playing against.
I don't care. You got to get into the moment. He might. Can he practice?
Who? No.
He can't even practice.
He can't go to the team. Yeah, no contact, away from facility.
What is he looking at? Like really, like 2 years, right? Since all that happened, he basically had 2 years completely removed.
Pretty much.
Or is it up to 3 now?
I just know that he was out until week 12. He can play. Or week 11.
Oh yeah, this year.
But it's been a year or two since he's played.
If Brissett can do this, and okay, put it this way: if Watson turns into Watson pre this whole ordeal, the guy's starting. If he looks like that in practice, he's starting.
And what about Jacoby? Say Jacoby takes them and they're just winning. They're
well,
like,
when Garoppolo gets hurt, he gets traded. Now, what is the trade deadline? Is that
couple weeks?
Yeah, so it's gonna actually be after that. But
yeah,
hey, if Watson gets hurt, he'll be all set.
Yeah, I guess so. It's
always good to have a good backup. Now I understand what you're saying. He might not even come back week 12. It's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, they paid him like $200 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
He's playing.
He's gonna play, but if he stinks, they're gonna
coach
buy
I
him
know
out
that
of his
can do
contract.
that is,
I'm sure.
The only coach I know that can do that is Bill Belichick with like $100 million to Drew Bledsoe. It's like, yeah, I ride the bench.
I'm named after him.
Look at this guy named Brady.
I'm named after him.
Oh yeah.
And Nick Chubb, I love him. I love Kareem Hunt. I love Amari Cooper. I'm going Browns against Falcons. Falcons look horrible. They got Kyle Pitts and a couple good. Cordell Patterson looks great, but I'm going Browns here. I'm going 24 to 14.
I think the Browns are gonna kill him.
Yeah, 24 to 14 or 24 to 7.
24-10.
Okay, I like that.
24-10, and yep, definitely go with them. All right, let me give you another one. Broncos, Raiders.
You know, I was just looking at that, and I want to talk about this one, too.
Yeah, go for it.
Broncos. I was talking to my buddy Mike, because me and him talk fantasy a lot. He's in 5 leagues. I'm in 1. And we're talking. I was like, I'm worried about Jerry Jeudy. And me and him were both talking about it.
How many years has he been in the league? Not to cut you off.
A couple. 2 or 3.
It's like 2 or 3 now, right?
Yeah, I think 2. But here's the thing, right? It's a new offense. Completely new coach, new quarterback. It's gonna take time for them to gel. Yeah, Wilson's used to Pete Carroll for how many years? This is a completely new offense, and I feel like this week they're gonna click. And I feel like, and if it's not going through Jerry Jeudy, it's going through someone else. But I feel like this week they are 110% going to click, and I feel like Raiders are gonna drop to 0-4, and Josh McDaniels gets fired.
No, he's not getting fired.
They already. Did you hear?
What?
The ownership after they lost their 3rd game pulled Josh McDaniels into a closed door meeting.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, they pulled him into a closed door meeting. Told the team, wait in the locker room. We need to talk to Josh.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds serious.
They go 0-4, 0-5. He's fired.
I don't know about that.
Why are you gonna keep Josh McDaniels? Do you know how much?
What did Gruden go? Gruden went like 6 or 7 wins his first year.
Yeah,
and he just progressively
but
got better.
Do you see the talent they have?
They do, but you know where I think they're. You know where they can improve? Quarterback. I don't like Derek Carr.
I like him. I don't think he's bad.
Like Derek Carr.
I don't think he's bad. And that's the same thing about Tua. I didn't like Tua. Then you gave him Jalen Waddle, Chase Edmonds, Tyreek Hill.
Well, you give this guy Devontae Adams, he gets worse.
How?
How is Devontae looks like he's pissed.
Did you? There was a TikTok, and it was like, all I do is think about you. And it was Aaron Rodgers throwing these perfect dimes to like these rookies who were dropping it. Yeah, and then showing Derek Carr underthrowing Devontae Adams. That's and then Adams going... See? And then they put like a bubble of a picture of like Aaron Rodgers.
Like him thinking.
Yeah, thinking about like how he screwed up. Yeah. You can't underthrow an elite guy like that because he'll make the play. You gotta reach him the ball.
But at the same time, I think he was like, Rodgers is done in like a year or 2. I'm getting out of here while I can get all this big money.
He could have signed a 2-year deal though.
Even though they did report that Green Bay was going to give him more money, where would you rather be? In Wisconsin or in Vegas?
Would you rather Derek Carr throwing you the ball or Aaron Rodgers?
Depends how much money I'm making.
I mean, money at that point.
No, I would rather have Aaron Rodgers for sure.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Rodgers got a year or two left and he's out.
Yeah. But back to this. I think Broncos click. I think Raiders go 0-4 here.
Yeah.
And that's that.
I think the Raiders win.
I don't think so, man.
I think they're going to win. I'm not a huge fan. I think Russell Wilson might be fading. I've been waiting for them to click.
Again,
something tells me he's on the back end.
Nah, I think he clicks this week.
I
think he clicked 24-17. Broncos.
You know what? You know what would be a win-win? Is if it was, I don't know, 27-24 Raiders.
Oh.
They show you something, Raiders still get it done. But no, I think Josh McDaniels gets it done. The Patriots always were slow to start, and then they would pick it up. Josh likes to find out what he has on offense and then completely formulate it. Look at Mac Jones last year.
But it's week 4. And he didn't do nothing with Mac Jones. He ran 90% of the ball. Throw the damn ball. Let Mac Jones throw the ball. Stop running it. I get that Buffalo game when it was windy, but, come on.
Yeah, but they still did pretty good. They outperformed last year. Let's get to that game after.
Yeah.
All right, so
Cowboys, Commanders?
Sure.
Oh.
No, sure.
Yeah, we already gave our scores for the Broncos, Raiders.
No, I know. Yeah. Would you just say, what was the
Commanders,
next game?
Cowboys.
Is this even a game? Come on.
Dak might be able to come back this week.
No, rush.
Did you hear what Mike McCarthy said compared to what Jerry Jones? And we talked about this last time.
If I'm Jerry Jones, I'd be like, hey.
Shut up.
I'm trying to remember the defensive coordinator's name. What the hell is his name? He was in Seattle, then the Falcons.
I'm not good with the coordinators. I apologize.
Anyways, I would give it to him. I'd be like, all right, McCarthy, you'll be out of a job in 2 seconds. You play who I tell you to play.
Mike McCarthy, Dak is our quarterback.
Even though at the same time, I'll pick on the team because I think Jones is way too involved.
So, first off, you spend that much money on a team, you should have a little bit of say.
Yeah.
You're the one that's signing those checks.
Exactly.
Exactly. You're not no Bill Belichick or the Greg Popovich and stuff like that of the NBA, where you let the coaches do their things. You're Mike McCarthy.
No, I agree. And
but I feel like Cooper Rush needs to stay. I hope Dak comes back because he
really
likes.
Good.
Yeah, well, I hope Dak comes back only because he likes Michael Gallup, and Michael Gallup's actually going to play this week. They held him out for almost 4 weeks.
Oh, good.
And
another target for Rush.
I'm debating on starting him over Dortch, but we'll get to that later. But Cooper Rush looks amazing. He really, really does. I think, obviously, I'm going to go Cowboys over Commanders this game. I just like that. I don't think the Commanders have what it takes to beat the Cowboys.
Yeah. Who was the Cowboys defensive end that was super popular?
Diggs?
No.
What are you talking about? No, not Diggs.
You know what I'm talking about. The guy, he hurt his ACL. He went to Von Miller's camp he had and hurt himself. God, what was his name? What I feel like it starts with an H. Type in Washington pass rusher.
I don't know.
Hey, also I wanted to mention, kind of rest in peace, Gavin Escobar.
Yes.
The former Dallas Cowboys player.
That was that 31 years old, right?
Yeah, that sucks. Him and his girlfriend, I think, or maybe a friend.
Yeah, something
a female
like
friend.
That,
they
yeah.
died in a rock climbing accident.
Oh, can we go back for a second?
Yeah, go for it. What do you got?
Myles Garrett.
Oh, is he gonna play that game? Probably not.
I don't know. Because if not, that kind of changes things for me.
I think they'll still be okay. They still have Clowney, right?
Yeah.
I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, but that.
It doesn't change my score. Does that change yours?
I don't know. I still think Browns win, but I think it'll be a little bit closer without Garrett.
All right.
Garrett's a beast, man.
He's awesome. Oh yeah, he's awesome.
So I just wanted to bring that up real quick because we were talking about the death and all that stuff, and somebody that gets injured like Myles Garrett. Kind of want to bring that up. I hope he's all right. I hope he plays again soon. So. All right, let's just
what's the next
run.
game?
Let's just speed run these next 2, and then we have our 2 games that we want to talk about. Cardinals Panthers. Christian McCaffrey stubbed his toe or something, and now he's questionable for the game again.
Who is this?
Christian McCaffrey.
Oh my God, is this guy ever gonna get healthy?
I don't think so.
This is exactly why when we were talking about fantasy, off camera, in the beginning of the season, I was like, do not draft this guy. I don't trust him at all.
Yeah, the guy in our fantasy league, he was high on Christian McCaffrey this year, and I was too. I almost drafted him only because I feel like it's his. If he doesn't do anything this year, they're gonna get rid of him. There's no
Definitely.
point to keep him. Chuba Hubbard will be in, but again, so Cardinals, Panthers, Baker's playing like crap to me. DJ Moore's looking average. Do you go back to Sam Darnold?
No.
No.
I'd stay
You
with
let Baker kind of
I
figure
would-
it out.
Yep.
I know it's the same thing as the Broncos. You got to let him
If you
figure it out.
get off Baker, he's never coming back. Or it'll be just like the Watson scenario where like if you take him out, you're not putting him back in later,
Yeah.
and he's gonna want to trade or get cut or something like that.
Yeah. So who you
not
taking?
gonna work
Cardinals,
out.
Panthers, just really quick. I'm not a huge fan of this game.
Cardinals.
Yeah,
I think
same.
the Cardinals will take it.
And then we got man,
What's that?
let's talk about the Monday night game real quick. 49ers Rams.
Okay, go for it.
What are you thinking? You think they're gonna Rams win?
I think the Rams got to win this one. The 49ers didn't look overly impressive the other day.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy Garoppolo running out of bounds.
He's going to be running for his life. I can't get out of my head Jimmy Garoppolo throwing that pick at the end of the game.
Neither
in
could I.
the NFC Championship.
Bothered me.
Oh, I mean, it shouldn't bother us that much because that's pretty much what this guy does. But it's just so hard to. Maybe it's just that team that gets to him. I don't know.
Yeah. So who you taking here?
Man, this is such a pick 'em. Something tells me the Rams are going to win though.
Okay.
Something tells me the Rams are going to win. It will be a close
Cup
game.
is just different too.
I mean those. So McVay and Shanahan, they used to work side by side.
they'll know each other's tricks.
Exactly, and it's always a close game, and it's always. I guarantee they'll have injuries in this.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Rams. I'm gonna say it's gonna be kind of like medium scoring, if you will.
Is Kittle back to form?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that'll help them.
He played pretty much a bunch of snaps last week. They didn't really target him that
Yeah,
much,
that's
but
what
I
I
think
noticed,
that
yeah.
was just kind of getting him gameplay.
Yeah, just getting like through the motions.
Correct.
Yeah.
A real game where you're gonna get bumped and hit. Not just practice where it's kind of like, whatever. So, do you want to go Chiefs Bucks or you want to go Patriot Packers?
Let's go with Patriots Packers.
All right, that's fine. Brian Hoyer's in.
No, isn't that
Mackie
crazy?
Jones out. Even though Mac Jones
This
said
is
he wanted to play.
425 CBS.
Yeah. What are you thinking? Talk to me on this one.
Oof. I think the Pats are gonna lose.
Yeah.
I just gotta get that right off my chest there.
Yeah.
Now, do I think it's gonna be close? I have no idea what to expect from Hoyer. The last time I saw Hoyer was when I think he filled in for Cam Newton, and
He outplayed Cam Newton.
no, he was horrendous. It was a Kansas. Was that the COVID game? I couldn't remember. I should have looked it up the last show. I remember talking about this. It was in Kansas City, and he threw he had such a bad night.
Yeah, but I will say this past
He got
preseason.
sacked when he couldn't get sacked. Threw a pick.
You were saying the thing about the preseason or whatever, but
You're not holding Rodgers.
Brian Hoyer looked decent in preseason this year.
The reports are he looked like the best. He looked even better than Mac
Correct.
in training camp.
Correct, but he's a vet. He knows Belichick's system. You protect him, you give him the time, you let the receivers go out there and do their work. And God dang it, Bill Belichick, play Kendrick Bourne. Play Kendrick Bourne.
Well, that was Mac's guy. Is that
Like,
Warriors
why
guy?
aren't they playing him? You gotta play him. You want to win, you
He
gotta
is a
play him.
playmaker. He is a playmaker. He was a playmaker even against the Ravens.
He
He's
does
not
one
getting
big
enough
play
time.
a game.
I would play him.
Why aren't you?
He's in the doghouse for something. It's baffling to me.
The fight with the Saints, but get over it. You're here to win games. You're not here to freaking discipline these guys. These guys are here to play and make money, go to work, not ride a bench. That's exactly why I think Tom Brady wanted out. Because of certain things like this that Bill Belichick does.
Yeah.
He doesn't pay the receivers. He doesn't pay the defense. We can find this guy and make him into this and that. And he does a good job at doing that. But, then he goes to Tampa and then he has 20-something stars around him between defense and offense.
I think Bill just sucks at being the GM.
I think that
He
somebody needs
doesn't
to
want high-profile guys.
No, because they're like...
Here's a hot take. Mac Jones will not be there after his rookie deal. He's leaving.
Mac...
They're not paying him. He's gone. Just consider it
I don't
gone.
know about that, but I don't think that he's. From what I'm seeing from Mac Jones, he's not a starter.
Last year he looked like one.
This year he doesn't.
But he's got a patchwork line, if you ask me. He has offensive coordinators that are really defensive coordinators. They have no idea what the hell they're doing.
Why isn't Bill playing Kendrick? Why isn't Bill
When they're
calling
running the ball, they look
offensive
great.
plays?
If Hoyer can run the ball, do play action, they could make it work with Hoyer.
What is the point of Bill Belichick? Can I ask you that? You look at Sean McVay. He's got his list of plays. He's mouthing. You see Bill Belichick and it's pencil, paper, write something down.
Well, they said, all right, so reports were that last time he was completely in offense. The whole game. Didn't have anything to do with defense, but then there was reports that, well, they made no changes. And that his kid, I'm trying to think of his name. Is it Brian? Brian. Yeah,
Pretty
one
sure.
of them was the defensive coordinator now.
Yeah.
Along with
Matt Patricia.
No, defensive coordinator for the Pats. He's the offensive coordinator right now, basically, with Joe Judge. Who's the Gerard Mayo? That's what I'm getting at.
Oh, yeah.
So him and Gerard Mayo are kind of like the teaming.
Defense looks all right.
What?
Defense looks all right.
Well,
You gotta get him off
Did it
the
look
field.
okay when Lamar Jackson would just started slinging the ball?
You got to get him off the field. You gotta let offense work the defense down for the Ravens. The defense was on there so much for the Pats. Fatigue definitely had to kick in, and when you have Lamar, he's a cheat code.
And
man.
what's with their special teams? The Pats' special teams suck.
I don't know.
That guy Dobbs or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. And to be frank,
That's when Jake Bailey got hurt.
yeah, to be frank, I don't know what to expect this year from the Pats. I feel like they're not going to make playoffs if they keep this up. I'm hoping Brian Hoyer is our answer temporarily, but I don't know.
You want to play like Zappy as the
I don't know.
all right, so Mac's gonna come back in like 2 games. Next game or 2, he's already back. They're already saying the report of his injury wasn't as bad as they initially. It was reported.
No, they want him to get surgery, I thought.
Nah, so they're kind of pulling some of that back. He was at practice, didn't put too much weight on his ankle, but he's already at practice. I mean, that tells you something. There was a disagreement, I guess. I want to say, I think Phil Perry was saying this. A bunch of reporters had it anyways. That there was a disagreement, like, so if they have the surgery and he can come back in 4 weeks, we want him to have the surgery. But he doesn't probably want the surgery.
He said he wanted to rehab on his own from what
Exactly. He'd rather just let it heal on its own. Now, if I'm him, that's what I would do. But, it all
want to be
depends.
cut open and pins and screws and all that junk.
At the same time, I do, going back to Tua, this is so tough now. Like, Tua is a whole different issue, I guess, because it was a head injury. I like when my quarterbacks play through injuries. I really like when Brady, he had a torn rotator cuff. You never even heard about it.
Yeah.
Until after the season. Oh, his MCL, he was on one leg the whole year. Never even
if
heard
you can
about
play,
it.
you can play. If you can protect your quarterback, protect him. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry about that.
So, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's. What do you think the keys are to this game for the Pats to win? What's the recipe to win?
So, you got to slow down Aaron Rodgers.
Do you see that happening?
No. Well, maybe. So the keys to this is slow down Aaron Rodgers and defend the deep ball. That's what I'm saying. You got to defend that deep pass.
There's only one way I see them slowing down Aaron Rodgers.
What's that?
Sack him, sack him, sack him.
Blitz that man.
I don't know, because he knows you're not going to trick him. He's like Brady, You're not going to trick
Him
him.
and Brady just know all the tricks. Oh, that guy still run off the field, gets that hike, boom, 12 men on the field.
And Aaron Rodgers loves that.
They
shit.
love doing that, and they get them every game. They at least once a game.
And you need a linebacker to spy the whole time on him, because he'll run.
So that's
He's-
what
he
I
takes
think.
one step off, flicks his wrist, and it's like 80 yards down the field on a dime. Now, why is Christian Watson? Is that his name?
Yeah, I
their
think so.
rookie.
I'm pretty sure.
I think he's going to play.
hmm
So that's even worse because he's a big body.
I see Patriots losing, unless Brian Hoyer plays out of his mind and they play Kendrick Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne's a downfield threat, though.
Correct.
And you can't fumble the ball. And don't throw any
take
picks.
Nelson Aguilar out.
So their defense is awesome, though. I think you're miscounting the Packers. So I'll be the Packers fan here. Aaron Rodgers is going to get it done no matter who's on the field.
Correct.
Okay? At the same time, their defensive line is playing awesome.
Yep.
I think Alexander probably isn't playing. He was hurt last game against the Bucks.
Yep.
He marched right down on the field on the Bucks.
hmm
Aaron Jones is awesome. You got to stop him.
Yeah.
I don't trust Bentley to stop him.
No.
Douglas, their other corner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he plays okay. He plays pretty good. He's always watching the ball. I really think Corey's going to get picked off at least twice in this game.
Probably. And that's what scares me, but we'll
And
see.
they will be around him.
Yeah.
I think they have a top 5 defense.
So what do you?
It's gonna be a tough week.
Who are you thinking that wins?
The Packers. I mean,
Blowout.
it's gonna be a bad game. I gotta be honest. And it's at Packers,
Blowout.
so it's gonna be loud as fuck. It's
Yeah, it's hard to play
4:25.
there.
Everyone will be drinking up. Yeah, so I'm saying score. What was your score?
Well, I just said Patriots are gonna get blown out.
All right, my score here is gonna.
I'm not
be,
giving a prediction on that one.
No, it's gonna be bad. I'm saying 38-6.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Put some respect on Belichick.
I just don't see it happening. They don't have the horses. Unless Bourne, Aguilar, these guys just go off.
Well, Jacoby's also hurt. He's day to day.
He's the chain mover.
Yeah. All right. So,
Let's go to the next game.
all right, that's your Chiefs and Bucks. But
Did you give a score? give me a
not
score.
giving one.
No, I want to hear something.
I'm not.
I want something on record.
I don't want to do this. 27-14
All right.
Packers.
See. All right, good. All right.
Chiefs Bucks. Before we start on this,
Yeah, go for it.
I was listening to something. I want your take on it.
Yeah.
So,
I got a special take tonight too.
yeah, so I actually was really excited to talk about this with you because I want your non-loving Tom Brady self step
Jesus.
away for a second
Okay.
because
That's
it's
gonna be
about
hard.
Brady. And so I hear Belichick, it's been 3 years. You don't have Brady.
Yeah.
You're in the hot seat now. Is Belichick in the hot seat like people are saying? And I'm only asking this because look at the talent that's down in Tampa.
No, it's hot as fuck.
Brady, Evans, Gronk was down there, Godwin, all
Well,
these players. And you
Yeah,
look at
they're
their
talented,
defense.
but what'd that talent get them before Brady got there?
There was a lot of talent that wasn't there
They were like
before
7
Brady
and
got
9.
there, though.
They were 7. What?
There was a couple people.
Just look at it versus this year versus then.
Yeah. So
They literally have nobody on offense. And
So
yet they're
do
still
you
getting
feel
things done.
Belichick's in the hot seat? Do you feel this is the end? Like,
If he does not produce over 500 this year, I'd fire him. Or move upstairs. Maybe Gerard Mayo takes over. I want
as head
someone-
coach?
Yeah. I mean, I want a new head coach. I would have loved for Josh McDaniels to take over.
That's what I was thinking. I was
Move
thinking
him
that.
up, Josh McDaniels. I mean, Bill will give Josh McDaniels some breathing room, or he's not going to take the job.
Yeah.
I thought that was in like a couple years ago when he was going to go take Indy's job.
Correct.
And he said, "No, hey, we'll teach you everything. I'll teach you everything. You know,
Yeah.
don't get on the plane."
Yeah. So, I mean, I
think he's on the hot seat. I don't, and to be honest with you, I'm really hoping he doesn't say like, "Oh, Mac was hurt," when he has to start giving excuses.
Yeah.
No, dude, you picked all these players.
Yeah. I just wanted your take on that because I'm hearing a lot Belichick's on the hot seat, but then I'm also hearing, but Brady went to a loaded team.
He
You
went to
put
a-
Brady on Dallas and he probably wins a Super Bowl right now
Dude,
with the talent.
I wouldn't care.
You put Brady on the Raiders, he probably goes and wins a Super Bowl.
Yeah. I
Seriously.
agree.
You put him on the Rams, Super Bowl.
Oh,
Seriously.
Yeah, the Rams are loaded.
But I'm just saying,
a lot of
even
these
the
teams,
Cardinals,
every team you just recognized,
Broncos. Put him on the Broncos. He still takes some.
the only reason I'd be not optimistic about the Broncos is because Mile High. He sucks in Mile High.
No, 100%. But what I'm just saying is, you know what I
Almost as
mean?
bad as
You
Miami.
put Brady around talent, Brady's going to win.
Yeah,
That's
well, it's
kinda
because he's
what I'm
very
getting at.
structured. He's like Peyton Manning in that sense. It's like where I think when Brady sucks, he's not going to play.
I think he's done this year. After this year, he's done.
I hope not. I agree with you. I get the inclination. Like last year, I was so blindsided.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm a huge Tom Brady fan.
I
And-
heard you were crying.
No.
Fetal position in the
No,
corner.
yeah.
Brady, come back,
Thought
please.
about it. No, just kidding.
Thought about it.
No, but I was. I might have shed a tear when I got a text that he was back.
I definitely
Like,
did.
Oh, thank
The
God.
NFL won't be the same without Brady, honestly.
No, it's honestly. You know what? I'm actually really glad that he's going to be an announcer because I would love to.
They said that he probably won't even announce.
No, who said that?
There was like a report saying that Brady signed all that money, but with the way Giselle and his family is being, they said it wouldn't surprise him if he never announces
Okay,
again. Like,
here's my take. All right, here's my special take. His ring finger was bandaged up last night. Was that on his throwing hand?
I don't know. I didn't notice that.
I'm wondering if that was his throwing hand. I thought it was this one. So I'm wondering if it was his left hand, his ring finger.
Yeah.
I wonder if he was just bandaged up because he's not wearing the ring because him and Giselle broke up. Doesn't want that shit to break.
I think they're fine because she came out with a post.
Oh, for week 1?
No, she just came out with it last week. It was a picture of her in a jersey saying that it's just hard to support him when she wants him home and blah, blah, blah.
Really?
Yeah. Am I
you know
confused?
you know what I found weird though was there was a reporter talking about it after the game that Brady's parents were there, and his parents were at the game and his kids, and the guy goes, "And I'll stop there." What the hell? Apparently they're living in 2 different houses.
Yeah.
I mean, they have money, so that's not the end of the world.
I think they're fine. I think
Maybe she's pissed and saying, "You leave."
I
I will say this: Do you think the Tua incident has any negative impacts to that whole fight they're having? Basically, meaning like, look, see, this is what can happen.
probably, but I also think they're fine. I don't think they're going to get a divorce over this. It's his job. It's his career. She knew what she signed up for when you married a guy that's doing the quarterback position better than anyone else has.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
As
That's what I
a
think.
winning standpoint, because
I
he's,
think if
he's
you're
not
on
more,
top, don't go out.
Yeah, he's not more athletic than Lamar and Patrick Mahomes, but he plays better. His IQ, his football IQ, he's much better.
So, and I don't even think that's his thing. It's like his will to win.
Correct. He doesn't back down. He's calm in the big
Yeah,
moments.
You know, I know Matt Ryan's called like Matty Ice.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's ice are veins.
But did you? I mean, there was a Super Bowl thing where
Veins are ice.
yeah, where they were like, I just remember getting in the huddle with Brady. I think James White said it, or you might know, and he was like, "Yeah, just look up there. There's like, I'm just gonna use the name."
That was Joe Montana.
Yeah,
He's talking about John Candy in the stands. This other guy.
But no, the same thing. Brady did the same
really?
thing.
Maybe I wonder if he did that because of that.
Yeah,
exact
and
moment, because he's
probably,
obviously
and
a
he
big
pointed up and he
Montana
said, "Hey,
fan.
look at that. All right, guys, now let's get this."
There
together."
was you know what? There was another scenario of some. I think it was a Ninkovich story.
Yep.
I believe it was a Ninkovich story.
Yep. Give me a second here. Just
Yeah, no
gotta
problem.
do something.
So, let's get into the game. This
All
is a 8:20 game. Tampa Bay's favored to win. They're both 2-1. Bucks defense is currently ranked best in the league.
You don't want my take on this game.
Huh?
You don't want my take on this game.
I want to hear it.
Chiefs blow out the Bucks.
Oh my god, dude! Really?
Yeah,
This is at Bucks, just so you know.
I don't care.
And obviously, thoughts and prayers to Tampa and all the families that are dealing with all those issues.
The hurricane, yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Very sad, but I guess they're playing in Tampa now because they were gonna go play in Minnesota.
Yeah, which I didn't understand that. You know what? There was reports that that the NFL was going to choose where they were going to play, but at the same time, I'm thinking like, why can't they? It's their home game. Why can't they decide if everything lines up? Obviously.
Yeah.
So I actually thought it would have been really cool if they went to Michigan. Imagine going to Michigan, like, Brady knows the state,
That'd be
or
cool.
the Pats, because the Pats are in the Packers.
Yeah.
Imagine him going to. You know how many fans would go to Gillette to watch Brady again?
I'd go.
I think they'd have more tickets sold than when the Patriots play.
Yeah. So
I would go to that game.
I'm just gonna say this: Chiefs are gonna blow out the Bucks.
I don't see it happening.
Bucks haven't been scoring
The
touchdowns.
Chiefs' defense blows.
Yeah, they may blow, but the Bucks hasn't been putting up any points.
Okay, Julio's back. Evans is no longer suspended.
Yep. We'll see.
I mean, maybe Chris Jones. So getting into like actually matchups,
Yeah.
who's gonna cover those two receivers?
I don't know.
I mean, Snead's not that great, and Chris Jones, he might be able to take out Fournette a little bit. They don't have Matthew, but they get Eric Reed. I just don't see it happen.
What do you think the score is gonna be for this?
They'll score points. They're gonna score points. It's gonna be they're gonna both score. You want to get my score? Ready? Oh, jeez.
I want it already.
Is Butker still hurt?
Yes.
Okay, so that helps. It's at Buccaneers, too. I'm going to say...
I'm saying 43-14.
Oh, my God. No way.
Chiefs.
All right, you just said that, so I'm going to go...
Chiefs Kingdom, baby.
31-21 Bucks.
Oh. Ooh.
Yep.
Oh, I don't like that.
You know who has Mahomes' number? Brady does. You know why? Because
Well, it's a shame that Brady doesn't
whenever
play
it's on the
defense.
table, he gets them. Now, they
You're
did
right.
win, but he had Hill. Hill sealed the deal the last
They're
time
still
they matched
winning,
up.
though. They're still winning without Hill.
Yeah, but their offense is not as good. You
You
know why, too? You know who the Kelsey killer is?
Yeah.
Levante David.
Hmm.
Now,
We'll see.
they match up very good. So, okay, we don't have to deal with Hill, which means Davis isn't getting torched for like 300 yards in the first quarter.
Yeah.
They can get after Kelsey, which they always do, and White is so fast.
Yeah.
He always gets to him. He's going to have that little delay because Hill's not there to catch him.
Yeah.
Hardman's fast, but he doesn't have the hands.
Correct. He's
Hardman's
like a Nelson Aguilar.
He just doesn't have the hands to make up. Now, Juju is a possession guy, so maybe he'll help.
Yeah.
But Dean is playing great.
Yeah.
Dean has like 3 or 4 picks on the year. Hakeem Hicks is not going to be in, but Vita Vea is a monster.
He is a monster.
Their line is not playing good. If they have another bad line game, it's over. So those are the things. Those are my reasons that Bucks are going to win. So I'll.
that's the 8:20 game too.
Yeah, it's a night game, so it's everything. Everyone's going to watch this game.
What do you think? You really think that?
Yeah, I do. I think the Bucks are going to win. It's going to be 31-21.
No. I'm saying Chiefs Kingdom wins.
All right, before we sign off, let's do power rankings.
I want to hear yours first.
Okay, we'll just do 3 in each conference. Sound good?
Yeah, so do NFC.
Okay, NFC. I'm not going to be too biased here, so I'm going to go Phillies number 1.
Yep.
All right, now it's over. Now it's going to be Bucks. And then I'm going to go Rams. I think they're going to get it done. They're going to get back on track. As soon as they sign Odell Beckham, too.
I need him. Fantasy, baby.
Do you have him on your team?
Yeah.
Are you just resting him?
Stashed him.
Well, pretty soon I'm gonna put in that request. What week is it? 4. Like another 6 weeks. I'm putting in the request for Gronkowski and Edelman when he's on the Bucks.
Oh, my God. All right, my power rankings for NFC. I'm going to go Eagles, Bucks, and Cowboys.
All right. So fuck the Cowboys. That's right.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm bumping. Cowboys are 3rd.
Yeah.
With Rush at quarterback.
I like Rush, man. I'm
He's
high
playing
on him.
Great. Put it this way. Even if he loses his job, he is now a starter somewhere else next year.
Belichick, if you're listening, go get him. We need him. 49ers need him.
For him.
Huh?
You could trade for Dak, too.
I don't like Dak. I've never liked Dak. I
No,
hate
but you
Dak.
paid him a ton of money. You could offload all that.
Oh, true.
That's great.
So, all right, let's do AFC.
Dude, send Dak to the Saints.
That would be huge for the Saints.
Yeah, that'd be huge. They need a guy they
James
can rely
Winston
on.
sucked.
Dak doesn't throw the same kind of. I thought Watson to the Saints would have been good.
Yeah.
But okay, AFC.
You want me to go first this time?
Yeah, you go first this time. I know who I want.
Chiefs?
To pick,
Bengals.
oh my god.
Actually, sorry. Bills, Chiefs, Bengals.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's good. I don't agree with it. Now you want to hear mine? Bills,
Chargers.
Ravens, Bengals. I think the Dolphins will drop off just a little bit. They're right there though. They would have been my 4. Dolphins would have been 4.
Yeah.
And I think the Bills are just way too talented.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
So, fantasy predictions. Any good matchups this week that you're predicting? Before we
God, I
go?
just hope. I want CeeDee Lamb to do some more stuff. You know,
might
last
as
week
well
was his
just
first
trade
week I got anything. That and Derrick Henry. Please help me out. I got Saquon Barkley too.
Which Barkley was a big gamble, and he's number 1
No,
in fantasy.
you know who I need to help me out? Henry.
Yes.
Oh my God, I started him like the last 3 weeks.
Last week he did something.
He had like 1 catch.
Oh, Hunter Henry, you're saying?
Hunter Henry, yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about. Yeah.
Oh, Derrick Henry. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, Hunter Henry. Tight end. Oh my God, atrocious. I should have signed Hayden Hurst.
You know who you should sign?
Oh, get out of here with this.
George Kittle.
You got George Kittle?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we'll talk
I
about it
need
later.
Lamb. But yeah, I'm gonna say big key matchups this week. I want to see Jonathan Taylor, obviously blow up, and I want Tom Brady to fail.
Oh,
That's it.
jeez, don't do it to me. Come on.
All right. Anything else, Nick? You got for us?
Nope, that sounds good to me. Thanks everyone for joining us.
Oh, should we talk about the thing at 100 subs?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
You want to do it?
Yeah, so at 100 subs, I'll probably be raffling off some LNFT gear, and then I'll also do
A jersey, maybe of
yeah,
whoever
a jersey.
whoever
So
wins.
whoever
will-
wins, whatever their
team.
choice.
Yeah.
Their jersey of their choice.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah. That sounds great.
All right, perfect. So thanks everyone for joining us.
Yeah,
Thanks, Drew. Please subscribe, like a video, tell your friends about us. Pretty much, we appreciate anyone that listens. And you can catch us on YouTube mainly, and then you can also catch us on RSS, Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, and all your main subscriber podcast resources. And so thank you very much, and see you next week.
Thanks, guys.